way to figure this out, we figured we could answer a couple more of your guys' questions. Are we married? Do you want to answer this one?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, that right there has got to be the biggest Spanish train wreck that has ever happened. What's up, Tangerinis? I'm Maddie.
And I'm Jordan.
And we are Tangerine Travels. So we were just asking you guys if you had any questions that you wanted answered, and we got a lot of really good responses. One of them was, what is one of the most difficult things that we've had to deal with since coming to Mexico? And you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. Let's continue this way.
What up?
They're hopefully turning. I don't know if they're turning anymore. They turned off their blinker. Okay. So, what's the most difficult thing we faced? Well, I actually think the most difficult part of it was before we came to Mexico, just getting all our stuff in order, selling everything we owned, and that was...
Figuring out logistical details.
Yeah, but since getting to Mexico, what do you think it is? Communication?
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about daily life, there's already obviously the culture shock. That's no big news. But then to add an extra layer of difficulty, we are learning Spanish, but there's just some words that we don't know, and people's different ways of speaking. And then when we're dealing with something like we're dealing with right now, not being able to speak fluent Spanish just makes communicating with people very difficult.
Right now we're on our way to a Mibici bike station because apparently earlier I didn't properly dock my bike. So this is one time where communication was a major issue. I called the Mibici number, asked if anyone there spoke English, and they said no.
Okay, like, we just need to explain this. Like we've said in previous videos, we never like to assume that someone can accommodate us by speaking English, but when it comes to something like this and there might be a very expensive bike that's going missing, we don't want there to be miscommunication, so if there is someone that speaks English, it would make everyone's life a whole lot easier.
So I was struggling to understand what she was saying to me on the phone, but I ended up getting out thanks to the help of Maddie looking up a couple words while I was talking to her. We have to go back to the station where I docked my bike and then give them another call. We're on our way there right now, hoping that this turns out alright.
But yeah, so to answer that question, I really think that it's sort of just like the communication gap, and thankfully, unlike so many people in the US, people of Mexico are incredibly patient, and I can't even imagine how difficult it is for anyone that's trying to learn English in the US, unless you're somewhere like the Midwest where everyone is friendly and nice, and like Minnesota. Is that the Midwest?
Yes.
Okay. Unless you're somewhere like that where everyone is so nice and friendly, I just think that I can't even imagine how difficult that would be, because it's tricky for us here, but we do have the safety net of the kindness and patience of people to where we don't feel like we're being a hassle to everyone, even though I'm sure it is a huge hassle to try to say things very slowly.
She was talking so slowly for me.
While we're on the way to figure this out, we figured we could answer a couple more of your guys' questions. One of them was, are we married? Do you want to answer this one?
Yeah, sure. No, we are not.
We've been going out for a little over 2 years. We actually met on OkCupid, online dating style, the good old-fashioned millennial way. And on our first date,
I kidnapped her and she's been my hostage ever since.
You stole my joke! Jordan! As far as relationships go, ours, I think, went from 0 to 60 really fast. It went from our first date to pretty much us spending every second of our time together, and now here we are, traveling the world together. Here in Mexico, traveling. Other thing you guys wanted to know was the history, the stories behind all my tattoos, why I got them, what they mean, and the very short answer is I don't really get any tattoos that mean a whole lot of anything. I get them because I like the way they look or they represent some part of my personality, but I'll give you guys a little bit more detail into one, the mandala that I have on my arm. I've always been really drawn to the way the mandalas look and the symmetry and the order. I kind of think that they have a spiritual meaning. That's a little bit about that one. And Jordan is an ink virgin. He has nothing.
Nada. So some of you want to know a little bit of backstory behind us.
What's the story? I don't know.
We both went to ASU, Arizona State University, and we went there 4 years apart.
You just try to shove it back in there more, or?
Well, I noticed the lights red on all these. Miriam, allí estoy en la estación. ahora mismo. El número
Dos,
2 o 3. El número 02055. Repite, por favor. No sé la última palabra. Lo siento. ¿Puede hablar con mi novia? Así que quizás ella puede entender.
¿Entender?
Gracias.
Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Alguna... qué? ¿Cómo se escribe las últimas palabras? Lo siento, es difícil que entender. Alright, that right there has got to be the biggest Spanish train wreck that has ever happened. So, what is the most difficult thing? I think it's that, honestly. This poor lady, oh my gosh though, in the dictionary, I think the definition of patience, there's probably a picture of her. She repeated the same damn thing like 90 times for us and like spelling it out. It was just so hard to hear over the phone, but she was still chipper, she did not sound annoyed. And then at the end, I butchered the version of thank you for your patience because I couldn't remember the word for patience. And she still said, you're welcome, have a great day. Oh my gosh.
She was so nice.
So nice.
I think we got this taken care of.
Yes.
But we're going to another station to try it right now. See if it works.
So yeah, she said everything was okay since the bike was still there. It sounds like it's resolved. It's locked in there, like the bike cannot be taken out because of probably this whole ordeal. And we're going to try at this other station to make sure it's going to work, but she said there were no extra charges for the time since it was an accident that it didn't get docked properly. Moment of truth. She's trying this out again.
Trying to call someone on the phone and talk to them on the phone in a language you don't know that well really goes to show how little you know.
Well, and then add bus noises, street sounds, whatever beeping was going on her end.
Oh, so much. Let's see if this works. Yes!
Yay! And then we properly dock the bike by shoving it back in there aggressively.
Green.
Okay. Yeah, reminder for all of you guys, they told us this and apparently we just were in a hurry to the movie, but make sure the green light is on. Green go! After regularly scheduled programming to show you a dog eating peanut butter.
Sit. Bite it.
Still has it all over her tongue. Oscar, you have a really long tongue. Ew, you peanut butter tongue, you got your slobber all over me. One last and final fun tidbit about ourselves that one of you guys asked was about our family. Specifically, do we have any brothers and sisters? Yes, I have a younger sister. She's 22 months younger than me, currently lives in Washington, D.C., and I'm so excited because she is coming here to visit us in just a few weeks, so you guys get to see my sister, and you also.
And I also have one sister, and she's older than me.
Fun, fun, fun. Alright, so we are heading home now from este desastre today. Thankfully we got this bike thing handled, but we went to the movie today, we saw Deadpool.
And while we were out there, a few of you said hi to us. We thought that was really cool. So if you ever see us out and about, don't be afraid to say hi, even if we do have resting bitch face on at the moment.
So,
I promise you we'll stop and chat if we can.
We wanted to give a little shout out to Jose from Cinepolis and also to Luis and Miguel who stopped us as we were right outside of Centro Magno. We just think it's really cool to get to say hey and meet you guys in person because, you know, as of right now I'm looking at you, but I'm also looking at the lens of this camera, which is not quite as personable, so.
Thanks for coming along with us today. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up.
And subscribe to our channel to see more videos that we are putting out here in Mexico every day. And laughing again, I have to. Gong that bell so you get notified and be the first one to know as soon as we put out a new video. We will see you guys in the next one.